Good morning, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage, and today is Friday Sews. Friday Sews was a hashtag that was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and the purpose is to bring different people together who love sewing, and we talk here about what we've been making and also just life in general. So this week has been quite a busy one. I have had a lot of fun. My sewing groove is coming back. I've been struggling a little bit because the setup is not what I'm used to, but I'm starting to fit into it. So I finished my pajamas. There is a video of me making these pants. I will put a card at the top. So I made these pajama bottoms in November 2022. I've been wearing them with a t-shirt because there just haven't been time to make the top. So the top was cut out then, and then all the work came in, and also packing up and moving countries and everything else in between. So this week, I'm not used to the UK heat. Now in South Africa, we often have quite hot days, and it can go up to 31, in some areas 41 degrees. So I've been looking at the weather app and it says 27 or 30 degrees. And I thought, I'm used to this, I'll be fine. I am telling you, this heat, I'm not used to it. Now as it is, you might know that I'm not fond of the heat. Give me winter, give me cold, give me rain, and I am as happy as Larry. But when it's hot and humid, I'm hot and bothered. Always been, always will be. So I have been struggling to sleep because all the nighties that I have is cotton, but they either high neck or something in between, and I've just been too hot. So I finally sat down and I finished this. I didn't have enough fabric of the pants fabric to actually make a whole pajama top, so I just gave it a yoke in the fabric, and then I had this beautiful cotton. It's a bit thicker than cotton lawn, but not as thick as just normal quilting cotton. And I had this piece, and so I combined the two, and I'm really happy with the end result. I actually slept in it last night, and it's really good to sleep in. The only thing is I made the neck too wide, and so the straps were sitting here, but also because it was so wide, it was cutting me in the arm. So I sewed it down. I always like to line anything like a bodice or a little yoke because it just makes it so much neater, and then it doesn't scratch. So all I had to do was sew the width of the elastic and open it up on the side, put the elastic in, sew it down, close it again, and there it is. So much better. And I did the same in the back. I just gave it a little short piece of elastic to pull it in. The next thing is the top that I'm wearing. It's recycled cotton yarn. 90% cotton and a bit of polyester in there. The pattern I use, I can't remember the name, but I'll pop in a picture, and I'll also pop in the link in the bottom. I used that pattern as a guide, but in the end I did my own thing. But if you want to make a similar top, that's a very good pattern to use. It's a free pattern, and I really love this top. I thought it was going to be too warm for these hot days. I don't know, it's just really nice to wear. I like the weight of it. I like the fit. I'm going to stand up so you can see. It really fits nicely. I love the sleeves. I had a whole bowl of wool left over, so I started knitting longer sleeve. And then there was just enough to get to there, and I don't like that length sleeve. That is frumpy, in my opinion. So I pulled it back and I just did a short little sleeve, and I'm actually really happy I did that because now I can wear it more often. I've paired it today with my shorts that I showed you last week. It's my linen shorts. It's a Vogue pattern, and it is so comfortable. I'm definitely planning another pair. I love how it falls. I love everything about it. Next thing, I did a collaboration this week with Tiffany from Who's Your Handmade. We both had this fabric, and we decided to do a collab on what we made with this fabric. That video is up. I'll also put a link for that in my description, mine and hers, where I show you how I made it. I did some shearing in the front. On that video, I show you how to do it. And then I did a bit of a shearing panel down the back. I love a frill on a longer dress because it gives it a nice weight. And I have literally been living in this dress this week. And like I said, I'll put a link to Tiffany's channel, her video and my video. Pop over and go and give Tiffany some love. Her channel is so awesome. My make that I'm working on. The first thing is a jacket for my sister. I actually have the pattern right here. I know we've spoken about patterns in the past, and I actually listened to a girl today. can't remember what her name is. I'll look it up and I'll put it also at the bottom, where she speaks about how people are just buying patterns because of FOMO and how she stopped buying patterns. And I've been having that same sentiment for a long time, so I'm very careful what patterns I buy. And this is one of my guidelines for buying patterns. Yes, you get a nice dress sometimes and you just want to use that dress pattern, but sometimes it's good to find a basic pattern that you can adapt for everything. So this is one of my basic patterns. It's a Batik B5045. I don't think it's in print anymore, but it's more about the guidelines. So this one have a jacket. It's got this dress that you can turn into a top or a tunic. Then it's got the pants pattern. Use like the pants for pajama pants or normal pants or anything in between. And the pants you can make different lengths. Then it's got a jacket. There's like a gilet and then there's the jacket. You can do 5 different outfits with this pattern. Something that is maybe good to consider is to find a good pattern with a side dart. Because if you have a top, you want it not to be just boxy. And as soon as you put a side dart into a top, it actually pulls it in at the top and it gives you more of a shape. So I'm using that pattern to make my sister a jacket, the long sleeve jacket, 3/4 sleeve jacket, but much shorter, that she can wear in summer. This is called crystal knit. So I still had 1.5 meters. It looks flimsy, but it's durable. So yes, that's cut out. I'm going to make that for my sister. I've also cut out another camisole top. Use this pattern. I've cut it a bit bigger in the middle so I can give it a little pleats, and also the darts on the side immediately changed it. And then I had to change it a little bit in the back so that because she's got more of a sway back. That's cut out and ready to sew. And then I need to make a petticoat. Now you look at this fabric and you think that's not going to do anything, but it's actually really deceiving. It's nice and cool and light, so you feel like you have nothing on when you have it on. But as soon as you put it under a see-through dress, that dress is not see-through anymore. But I love this fabric. I'm going to use that pattern. I will not have the white straps. I've got some lip elastic. That's the ones that I use on the panties that fold double in like a flesh color. So I'm just going to do it like that with thin little straps and then the same in the back so that I can wear it with different things. Because if I give it wider straps, I'm not going to be able to wear it with so many things. So I have to make this week because I have my linen dress that I also have a video up, my coastal grandmother dress, and I haven't been able to wear it, and this is the perfect weather for it, so I need to get a petticoat for that one. And then lastly, I now have this top, so now I need a skirt. No, not really. I've been planning a skirt for a while. My lifestyle in South Africa did not really adhere to skirts, but I find here a few times I thought, oh, I would have liked to wear a skirt today. It's so interesting how your lifestyle often dictates what you wear. Because in South Africa, I had to go to work and I was sitting at a desk and working and moving around between the students, and then my skirt would get caught in like the wheels of the chair and stuff. I don't know, my dresses didn't do that, but my skirts always did. So I stopped wearing skirts. So I'm going to make view A. View A has 7 panels, 2 on both sides from the front with buttons going down, and then it's got the elastic in the back. And it's quite wide. Because it's panels, you can actually lay them out like that. It's the most beautiful, it's medium weight linen. And I've always wanted a linen skirt with buttons down the front in this color. I have 2 meters, 150 centimeters wide. So that should be enough for this dress, this skirt. So those are my plans, my sewing plans for this week. Life update. I love this chair. It is so pretty. It's on wheels and it really fits in this corner, but it's so noisy and it's too high. I actually have to put a poof under my feet if I sit on it or my hips get sore. My sister said to me they've got some chairs in a storeroom. So this week we went to the storeroom and I think it's called Parker Knoll Chairs. I'll put the name at the bottom for the chairs. But they are so beautiful. They're mid-century modern, so 1970s, late 70s. This specific one I think is like early 70s. I would place it around 73. And the varnish was a bit damaged, so we're busy sanding it down. Today I washed it up. I'll put in some footage of me washing it. It was made by that company. And it was all this dark wood, like there. But it was a bit chippy, so we started sanding it and it came out so nice. There's still a bit of sanding to do, but I'm going to wash the fabric because I do not want to reupholster it. I want to keep it as close to the original as possible. So that's going to go in this corner. It's also, its footprint is much smaller than this one. And then I can actually sit here in the morning and just relax. So I've been busy with that. And yesterday, oh my goodness, yesterday, we went to a place. I was looking for red cotton because I was busy working on all these red things for my sister. It got out of hand. I'm not going to say more, but I'm going to put in some footage. Here's the fabric. I found this, which I just love. It is so pretty. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So, I don't buy fabric if I don't have a plan for it. But I also have a timeline for it. But there was some fabric and it was such good prices that I couldn't help myself. And I had my sister as an enabler next to me. So maybe that's something you need to think about. Don't have enablers when you go shopping for cotton. It's not good. No, actually, I'm very happy I found the fabric. There was 3 different rolls of fabric that I found, and this guy's changing his business. And what I'll do is I'll put a link for his place in as well. So I bought some for a dress, some red gingham, and I bought some others for more of my aprons. And then there was this one piece that I really loved. It was only £10 more if I bought the whole roll than if I just bought the 10 meters that I wanted. So that was a no-brainer. The 10 meters or the whole roll, that's 40 meters and £10 more. I came home with a massive roll of fabric, and I am going to open it up. If you want to buy some of it, you are more than welcome. Isn't it just exquisite? This feels like a linen something, but it could, yeah, it's more cotton. It's just 100% cotton. It's got a linen look print on it. Just send me a DM on Instagram, or if you go to my More About Me, there you can also find the email address. Anyway, that's been me for today. It's been quite an eventful week, and I'm so happy to see you all here. Thank you for all the love I had on my last video. It's always so nice to see that people enjoy it, and I really appreciate it when you leave a message like the one lady said. I've always been afraid of sharing, and I thank you for showing us how to do it, because I'm actually going to try it now. And that is really my heart with this channel, is to impart almost 40 years of sewing knowledge to whoever wants it, because it can be so intimidating. And sewing, I don't want sewing to be intimidating, because it's really so much fun, and it's really a place of happiness for me. I always joke and say sewing is my therapy, but when you get into that zone of making something and just following the process, it is so rewarding. In a world where we often don't have things that we can show for the day's work, we have computers and all of these things, but there's nothing tangible that you can show for the day. It's literally changing our brain chemistry, and our brains need that sense of accomplishment, and sewing does that. So there you had your minute of life coaching. Um, it's open. I do have some hours available if you need more life coaching. Just joking. It's so nice to chat to you, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.